Every day I wake up, somebody got something to say. What's all the fucking...
I like how she did that. She went. You had to be there to see that shit.
Hello.
She went from hood rat to classy real quick. We're on.
Hey, you guys. Welcome to Heart of the City Radio.
Welcome.
You are with me, Miss Trashy Vashy, and my who? Co-host who, though?
Mr. Nobody.
Mr. No goddamn body. He just be wanting me to say Mr. Nobody. That's what just irritates me about him.
AKA
Knows everybody.
Listen Vision's version of Ike and Tina.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I must be Ike, because I ain't going for nobody roughing me up.
I mean, you know.
You got to do your face like this.
I mean, you know. I'm not going to be no
Hey,
Tina.
boo.
Fuck that. I'm just trying to help Ike.
I'm the Tina that was in the limousine.
I'm just trying to help Ike.
That's the Tina that I am. I'm the Tina Turner that was in the limousine when it really went down.
Man, Ike was whooping her ass.
And she said, "I got you."
Up. Shout out to Tina Turner for fighting back.
For saying, "I'm good, love, enjoy."
Thank y'all for tuning in to Heart of City Radio for another Thursday. We appreciate all 6 of y'all for watching us. You could have been watching a lot of other important shit. But y'all watching us, man.
Yes,
we appreciate
y'all love
that.
us. Hey,
yes,
y'all.
We love y'all for watching us, man.
Yes.
I got my favorite guy, Mr. Marcus, in the building. I got my favorite Jew guy in the building, Mr. Jacob. Yeah, stand up. Yeah, there you go. There you go. This is my favorite Jew. I can't even get my camera working right.
They don't know nothing about them can't just
the only Jew that I know that doesn't wear a yarmulke.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, at no time. What's up?
Not much. We got a special guest come sit up on the panel with us.
Yes.
A good friend of mine. She going to be rolling out and unveiling her new children's book line called Hey Honey. She got a cartoon series. You know, she's doing big things with her line, new book series. So we're going to bring her up here, have her talk to us about that. But in the meantime, in between time, what's up with your man with all his friends about to go to jail, man?
I know.
Like,
they got the print. Did you see the big light that they got over the Trump Tower?
Oh my goodness. Like,
you see it?
All this nigga friends about to go to jail. Now I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
yet.
they got a big light to say prison Trump or something like that at the Trump Towers in New York. But I just feel like, bye.
Hey.
Go on to jail. Mm-hmm. Go on to feel like all the rights that you've been snatching away from people you haven't considered. Now you get, you might be in the Martha Stewart jail, but you going to jail.
Right.
That's good enough for me.
Right.
So why don't they take his ass with them?
I'm actually enjoying this shit because for 8 years, Barack Obama was scrutinized.
For everything.
He was talked about.
Yes.
He was degraded. And this man did nothing but try to be as honest as possible.
Yes.
As honest as possible. And they treated him like the black man that he was. Meanwhile, your white hero got all kinds of crooks and criminals on the payroll. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a role reversal.
But I have been tuning in to my favorite #1 book at the time, Omarosa. Omarosa been letting loose on they ass. She been telling all the tea, and it's so good and juicy because the stuff that she's talking about is events that we can honestly remember, and how they tried to overshadow us. You know how they really try to some Olivia Pope shit. You know what I'm saying? How they show us one thing, but it be a whole nother thing going on, a whole nother scandal that we didn't even, pay attention to. So she's breaking shit down. I wish somebody else in the White House besides our black sister, I want one of those other people to tell their side of the story. Because her side, I'm going to just give a little bit of tea that I got today.
Go ahead.
And she said how they wanted to put, Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill.
Exactly.
This nigga Trump.
He gated that.
They show him a picture of Harriet Tubman. and he said, "This is the face that y'all want to put on a $20 bill." How degrading! All that she has done, sacrificed her life by helping these people come to freedom, and the only thing your punk ass can fathom to say out your mouth is, "This is the face."
You gonna talk
but
about?
all y'all on them, y'all ain't no sights to be seeing
right,
either.
right,
Y'all are very hard to look at.
Right.
Andrew Jackson, only a face only a mother could love. But you gonna talk about Harriet?
Harriet, right. Yeah, you know what's funny though? You know what's
Come
funny
on.
now that you talking about money and faces on money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny, like you said, we talk bad about, well, they talk bad about Harriet being on the cover of a $20 bill. And I get it. I mean, that's not the face for his people to love.
Right.
But when you say the faces on money, right? One of the most, your man that's on the $10 bill, Alexander Hamilton, right?
By Hamilton.
Right. And Hamilton made the $10 bill.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how he died? Y'all know how he died?
No.
Y'all know how Hamilton died? You know, listen, he got into a gunfight. You had the Secretary of State, the Secretary of Treasury getting into a gunfight with the Vice President.
And got slashed.
And got smashed. Real shit. They challenged into a duel. I think from my account, don't quote me, go do your research. But it was something about a letter or some type of letter that was written, and it was a misunderstanding because Burr and Hamilton didn't fuck with each other. Look this shit up, y'all. Okay, Burr, I forgot his first name. Aaron Burr was the vice president, and him and Hamilton had beef. They, you know what I'm saying? They ain't fuck with each other. So Hamilton, a letter came out, and Hamilton wanted an apology from Burr, and Burr said, "Nigga, fuck you. Nigga, we can take it to the streets." And they took it to the streets. And Hamilton got killed. So these are your politicians of old. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you see politicians like Trump coming out and saying what the fuck he's been saying, and everybody acts a poll. No, this shit been going on for centuries. Like, these are some of the most sinister, most savage people that we have elected into office. It's been going on for centuries. The one guy that came in with a little bit of decency, they threw mud in his face.
Hold up, though.
This is like Revenge of the Nerds.
Exactly.
For me.
But you know what else in the book for me that I'm getting from it? I'm getting, and no tea, no shade, that we all know that every president has been chosen forever to be president, period. But I honestly, gut feeling, believe that Omarosa, they've been molding her, because she's been friends with Trump for 15 years. So I think for me, it feels like they have been molding her to become friends with him, to get for what they did with her, use her for the black voice.
So you think she was on from somebody?
Oh, I believe so.
Infiltrating from the other
side?
I
believe so. And
okay.
she was so appalled. I can't believe that he would do this. You know, he's been my friend for all these years, and he's not racist. He's racial. What the fuck is the difference? I don't know. But I'm just like, yeah, she said he wasn't racist. He was racial. Same shit to me. You know, but my thing is, I feel like Omarosa took it as anybody else with a genuine heart, because I don't care what they say about her. She's still genuine, that she really thought that this man was her friend. And then bam.
Joke's on you, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
15 years later, they showed you why they wanted you to be his friend. I feel like the TV show was the setup. I feel like everything was just a setup to bring us to exactly where he is today. 45.
Exactly. Have y'all ever watched the Donald Trump celebrity roast?
No.
Please, if y'all can, Comedy Central, they did. You know how they do? Everybody gets a celebrity roast. If you watch his celebrity roast,
hey, Miss Saga,
everything that he has been on trial for or been accused of was a joke when they thought that he wasn't going to win the presidency.
Uh-huh.
So it was comedy up until the point where he came on stage and really showed that, you know what I'm saying, I put a lot of money in a lot of these politicians' pockets. So if they can get in from special interests, why can't special interests run for the White House? Right. So basically what we're seeing here now is special interests running the country instead of a politician that's being backed by special interests. But I think
with the millennials and how everything is going nowadays and everything is so such and such carrying on, this is what they wanted.
Oh, yeah.
This is what they want. They've been wanting this for 50 years now. They've been wanting this. And now that they have it, no one is, I can't believe it. Why can't you believe it? Hard for me to believe that you can't believe it.
Donald Trump is Ronald Reagan's understudy.
Yeah.
Please believe that. If you don't believe me, it's a series on Netflix that's talking about a lot about how Donald Trump came into power, how his dad was a multi-billion dollar developer
back then,
and how Reagan came and gave him so many tax breaks. So all that we seeing now is a continuation of the Reagan administration.
Right. In 2018.
In 2018. It's a continuation of the Reagan administration, even down to this motherfucker said he want to start a 6th branch of military.
Oh,
Space
and you
Force.
know what too?
Space Force.
And you know what too? I did not know that she said too, that I did not know, as far as they say the job market is up and all this other stuff. Come to find out, they're including temp jobs. How you include in the job market up? And y'all talking about temp jobs. When you are a temp agency, you're temping. You might be there for a week, get fired. You might be there for 6 months, no benefits. You just there until you done the job that they want you to do. So I don't feel like y'all can count the temp agencies as job. Now we got jobs.
Right.
Not down at the temp agency because. Yeah, I mean, but that's one in 1,000. But what they doing
is they manipulating the numbers.
Exactly, and that's the point.
That job the unemployment index is way down than what it is. They trying to say that it's at its lowest peak,
right?
5.1 or some shit.
Right, but like no, but it's true, but it's just not permanent jobs.
Like if you ride across some parts of America, it look like, man, work ain't nowhere to be found.
Yeah, let's go in the rural areas.
It's no work in sight. Like I remember at points riding through Tennessee, like Jesus Christ, I love the District of Columbia.
Yeah,
because there's so much opportunity still here.
Right,
whether legally or illegally. And they know it just as much as we do.
Right.
Because in certain parts of the deep, dirty South, the dirty South, it's so desolate and unemployment is running rampant. You got mental illness running rampant. So, the numbers definitely don't reflect what America is really saying. And we got to be careful because it's real fragile out here. It's real fragile, and anything can set off, man, chaos,
right,
and anarchy. So you know what I'm saying is we really got to keep it together and get out here, hustle and grind, because it could be complete anarchy.
We got a couple of more years of this bullshit. Well, hopefully he could be on the line to jail. So, what's up, Marcus? Oh. I thought he was saying.
Well, look here, we're going to take a quick break. Our producer telling us shut the fuck up and go
to
break.
I thought Marcus was about to chime in.
Right, we about to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with Miss Paula Carr. Bring her in on the conversation. Thank y'all for tuning in. Harder City, we'll be right back.
Are you suffering from exhaustion, sleep deprivation, headaches? Is your hair thinning? Do you ever wonder to yourself, what happened? Then you might be suffering from parenting. Parenting affects 10 out of 10 mothers and fathers around the world and can lead to extreme debt and loss of self-identity. You may need a fucking break. A fucking break lets you step away from it all. Results of a fucking break may vary. Side effects include a sigh of relief, decrease in blood pressure, and hanging with the boys. Do not take a fucking break if there's no one watching your kids, and if you've taken one in the last 24 hours. Talk to your spouse before you take a fucking break. Parenting is not easy. Take a fucking break.
Hi, fellow white people. Are you having a sad because that family's enjoying a picnic in the park while being black? Did that customer in front of you just speak a language that makes you irrationally angry? Well, this is a great time to try. Mind your own f***ing business. With Mind Your Own f***ing Business, you'll be able to grow the f*** up and act like a decent f***ing human being. Our patented technology allows you to pull your head out of your ass and see the world beyond the brim of your MAGA hat.
Hi, honey. I saw some black people at the Starbucks today.
Did you mind your own f***ing business?
I sure f***ing did.
Stop bothering those nice people today with Mind Your Own f***ing Business.
Side effects may include not harassing people, no one getting arrested or murdered by police, a general sense of well-being for people of color, a lack of internet fame and or trolling and coexistence. Please consult your doctor if you are still a piece of shit after minding your own.
Hey, we back. And our special guest in the building is Miss
Paula Carr.
Tell everybody about yourself, what you got going on.
I am Paula Carr. I am the author and creator of the Hey Honey children's book series. Ed knows all about my honey bunny. I had an English bulldog named Honey, and that I love to pieces.
Yes, she did.
Yes, I love my baby to pieces. This is how I met Ed, because I would come around up on Hawaii Avenue and at the barbershop and always have my honey with me. But I started the books because I've always wanted to write, and teachers always told me that I was going to be a writer. Never thought it would be children's books, though.
Wow.
But once I got Honey, I started, taking her out, doing things, and we would always get stopped, right? People would stop us. I couldn't get from one end of the street to the other end of the street without being stopped. Am I exaggerating?
No.
Because that's
She was like. Look, I don't even like dogs, but I liked her dog. She was just this little fat, cute bulldog. She was real fat and just, you know what I'm saying, and friendly. She was a real friendly dog. So, I took a liking to her because she was just, you know what I'm saying, a pleasant little animal to
she was
see.
very calm.
Yeah, very calm animal. So
She was spoiled, right?
Yeah, and you wouldn't see one without the other.
Right.
You wouldn't see one without the other. You never obviously you wasn't gonna see Honey without her, but you never saw Paula without Honey. You never see. So.
And so when I got Honey, I got her trained, and her trainer thought she would make a great PALS dog. And PALS is People, Animal, and Love. It's an organization that pairs humans with pets, and they use them in schools, nursing homes. Colleges use them now during final time. They bring, they have the PALS dog.
And in the hospitals.
And we used to go to the Veterans Hospital every Sunday.
Yeah.
And so once I started doing that, and I thought about, wow, what could I do with her? And this is around 2010. This is like, right after Obama got in office. And this is how I came up with this concept. To your point, when you talked about when Obama was in office and how they treated him. And if you notice, the dialogue across the country started changing, and we weren't so nice. We weren't being polite, and people started feeling like they had the rights to say anything, anytime, anywhere. Well, it just kind of occurred to me, children listen to this. And they pick up everything that you say. Because my boss's granddaughter will tell you things about Trump, and she's only 5 years old. So it just goes to show they may not say anything to you, but they're listening. So I thought, if I'm going to write a book series, it has to have a meaning. It has to have a purpose. So the purpose behind the Hey Honey really was to talk about and show and bring about some good old family values. Just some good old-fashioned family values. Because, our kids, we're smart, we're bright, whatever, but sometimes, they kind of get misled. You know, in a direction of like, I want people to know how bright you are, how intelligent you are. You know what I'm saying? And so, but if we're not instilling this on an everyday basis, you know, and basically, these are simple stories that really resonate with children. It's like, how do you make friends? How do you make friends with people that don't look like you or don't have the skin color of you? You know, we talk about in the Scary Airy Basement. It's conquering fear. It's about conquering fear. Honey had a fear of going in the basement. It was not until my brother came and visited me from St. Louis. Honey never been in that basement. My brother comes, I'm showing him the house. Who runs down right after him?
Wow.
I mean, and I'm like, what? I Love Snow is just children just enjoying having a good time and just being children. And that was Honey. She did not like water, but she loved the snow. Oh. First day of school, every child experiences first day of school. Are the kids gonna like me? Is my teacher gonna like me?
Yes.
You know, am I gonna make friends? And you know, it's about that. In my favorite spot, and all of these stories are really based on real experiences that I've had with Honey. So I feel like I had stories to tell. You know,
okay, I have a question.
Absolutely.
So, I know, you know, a lot of people are writing books and stuff like that. So, when you wrote these books, everything was from personal experiences, from yourself. So, it was a little bit easier for you to write these books, and then you knew that it would capture children because the dog is so cute. I have a Yorkie.
Oh, her best friend is in the book. Just.
I have a Yorkie. Her name is Cinnamon. And that's my baby.
I know the feeling. I know you.
That's my baby.
Now you got me. 'Cause I'm telling you, that's me. That's me.
Yes,
that was me and my baby.
That's my whole heart.
Yes.
And so, do you feel like since you have wrote these books and stuff like that, the children that's reading the books, have you like got any good feedback, or has it helped them in any type of way?
Absolutely. It was really surprising, pleasantly surprising for me, because I've done readings. I go across the schools. I go do readings at schools, nurseries.
Oh, good.
And and that's one of the things that I really wanted to do, you know, when I start promoting the books. So I've done readings at these schools, and you would be surprised. Children are very honest. They don't, you know, they're like, they asked me so many questions about Honey. And then this one little boy in Honey Comes Home, in that story, the little boy was going to take Honey from this adoption agency, right? But when he found out Honey was a girl and not a boy, he didn't want her anymore. But this little boy at the school said to me, I don't think he was a good fit for Honey anyway.
That's
so it just goes to show you that they think about it. And that's where I get my real feedback, and I listen to what they say. You know, children don't buy the books; parents buy the books.
Exactly.
You know? So you have to like keep that in mind and what they're looking at when they're purchasing books for their children to read.
Well put together. Like,
I know they so nice and beautiful.
Like these remind me of the books that like we used to have. When
and I
we
wanted
was
to
in
keep
elementary
it
school.
simple.
Like,
I didn't want it convoluted. I wanted they're very simple stories.
Like the illustrations.
Right,
great.
it's
Oh, my
beautiful.
illustrator was absolutely wonderful.
Yes, I love. When I saw Ed sent me the flyer today, I was like, oh, I'm kind of excited.
Yeah,
You know, for the children books, because I feel like when you are writing a book, you should write from your own experience.
You should write from your own experience, but it makes it a little bit easier. Now, Ed knows how I feel about mine. Is a little bit emotional because I really had an emotional attachment to Honey.
Yes.
So when I lost her, it was extremely hard, and it just happened like that, and I was in the middle of doing this process because my goal was to have Honey to be with me.
Right.
I was going to take her around.
Right.
And when I lost her, I didn't know if I wanted to continue this process.
Oh my God.
But you know, my friends and my family and my editor, he was like, it's your decision. But you know what? He said, you have a great story.
Hey,
It's
you
a
know what?
wonderful
And it's funny because, like I said, that but before I got into it, I wanted her to disclose that when I seen her without Honey,
Yeah.
I asked her, man,
It was so hard to
fuck is the
tell.
dog at? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she was, you know, she looked at me with like,
I was about to cry.
yeah, she so, and then like she
I know the feeling.
told me about the project, and I was like, look, man, look,
Yeah.
look.
You have to keep
you got
on.
to, yeah,
You do, you
nah,
have to.
got to.
I had
And
growing up. I had a dog. Well, we had a family dog who grew up with us. His name was X, and X, a pit bull, but he was the
Love him.
biggest, cutest little thing ever. And he got hit by a car and died, like on the spot, out of nowhere. I remember. I never forget it. I was in head school.
Yeah.
I had to get on the absence of leave because I was devastated.
Do you know my boss?
Yeah.
My boss called me every morning. My oldest brother called me every morning.
Yes.
It was like, in the beginning, it was surreal. And sometimes it's hard to discuss and talk about because some people look at it, well, it was a dog. Well, no, it was more than a dog.
Yes.
She really
Yes.
became my life.
Yeah, that was my best
She
friend.
became, you know, she gave me a real purpose.
Right.
And sometimes, you know, people go around, they don't know what they're supposed to be doing and how this. And Honey showed me what I was supposed to be doing. You know, by her doing the community service work that she did, she enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed doing it. And I just kind of got this feeling, this is my purpose.
Yes.
And so losing her, it was like, I cried every
Oh, my God.
night.
I know.
Blaming myself, thinking, what did I do right? What
Yes.
didn't I
Right.
see? You know, waking up that morning and she's gone. But I would tell you something that I was thinking about on my way here. This journey, what I want people to understand is, you know, like I just said, some people don't know what they're supposed to be doing and what their purpose is. You know, some people work in jobs, they may do very well in the job, but that may not be your purpose.
Exactly.
So what you really got, for me, the type of work I do, I'm an executive assistant by, you know, trade. That's what I do. I support people, whatever. But I have found in my life, in going through this journey, it's kind of like, it's, you know, it's just constant. I'm supporting people. I'm always taking care of somebody. I'm always doing something for somebody, you know. So that's what I'm like, okay, this is it. So I took my time and I just, getting the ideas for the story were hard.
Right.
And, you know, and then working with the editor. Actually, I had a good experience working with my editor and stuff. But the one thing that, you know, you're like, okay, I'm going to write these books and they're going to come out. You're going to do this. And that's great. You should dream.
Yes.
But when people ask me about what I do and how I do, what I want to talk about to them more, that's more important than anything, is the process.
Yes.
People, you got to learn the business of the business. If I tell people nothing else, please learn. I don't care if it's writing books or if you're selling whatever. Learn the business of the business.
It's a process to progress.
It is a process.
It's a process. It's a process to progress. Yeah.
Because one of the things, now I shared with Ed who my aunt was, and she stays on me. You know, like, who has the copyrights? I have to tell her all the time. I own the copyrights. I made sure that I own the copyrights. I made sure that, you know, I own the copyrights to the illustration, you know, because it's important.
Can you disclose who your aunt is, or that's
You can, I don't care.
Go ahead. No, you tell.
So-
you do the honors.
So, you know, it is really a privilege for me.
Hey, she
but-
got big folks in her
But
family.
my real aunt, and I know people call her Auntie Maxine, but my aunt is Maxine Waters.
Oh, okay.
So,
Hey,
Give it
girl.
up, yeah. Give it up for Maxine Waters.
you know, and she has been, you know, I grew up with strong women in my family, but Maxine has been that person that has like gotten me from A to Z. Just being around her. When I was younger, I used to travel with her all the time and just sitting up in meetings that people would not even believe that you are in. And at that time, I didn't have a real appreciation for it.
Right.
I'm just with my favorite aunt, right?
Right.
But then I look back over the years going, oh yeah.
That was just molding.
Yeah, it was molding. So she, and what she loves it, and you know she loves young people. And she loves to see people, you know, move. And so she's constantly like Make sure you get this. Now, who is your attorney? Is that the right attorney? I don't think that's the right attorney. So, like I said, what I want to share with people is the business of the business. It's this part right here. This is like the icing on the cake. Once you get your business in order, and you can't wait till you're in the middle of a process to talk about getting your business in order. You need a business plan.
Do you think that, speaking about business and with the books and stuff, do you think that a person who's never owned a business can tell you how, business information?
Well, I don't necessarily think you need to own a business to tell you business information, because you have expertise in advising. They understand business. Like the editor knows it from his point of view. Right. The illustrator knows it from her point of view. And when you take it to the, where they put the books together and stuff. So it's so many pieces to it. But I want people to know, just not doing books, but anything you do. If you want to open up a shoe store, you need to know who the competitor is, where you going to do. So I always tell people there are so many resources that we don't utilize, and that is the biggest problem I have. I think that gets me. People have great ideas, and that's fine, but you got to get that flushed out. You got a business plan, and a business plan is not something that's in stone. It's just a guiding light to help you get to where you are. I know people with a lot of talent in different areas. But that's one thing. But can you take care of business? Right. I know a kid that wants to open up a body shop. Okay, you can take care of cars, but can you manage the business of the car? Right. That's what I try to instill, even in small children. Like when they want to go sell candy and stuff. You got to teach them. This is how what you pay for $1 for the candy bar. What you gonna sell it for? $1?
$1. You make no profit.
You make no profit.
You make no profit.
So understand the business of the business. Then you got to understand you need to surround yourself with the right people. And you got to know who to trust and who not to trust. Not everybody that smiles in your face and oh, that is a great idea is in your corner. You almost, if you like me, I almost know the vibe.
Oh yeah.
I know the vibe. You know what I'm saying? But then you got people that will think they're trying to get information from you so they can do which I would be more than happy to share.
Right. You don't have to get up under me.
You don't have to do all of that.
Right.
But I do. I think it's so important. And I found on this journey, so you think about, the books are out, I'm going to be doing, and they're doing well, they're doing okay. But do you know the things that I've gone through since these books been out? It's not like a bowl full of cherries. Like I lost the roof over my house. So I have to deal with that. And you have to understand, life still goes on.
Yes, it does.
And you, please, whatever you do not quit a job because your books are out. Okay.
Or you got a mixtape.
Say it louder for the people in the back that didn't hear you.
Do not quit your job because you ain't made no money.
Sell it.
And that's what people, what happens is they TV, social media, videos, and they think, oh yeah, I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna make a record and good. You ain't made no money.
Because you can get 300 likes, but you only made $30.
Thank you.
Because out of 300 likes, only
2
30 people gonna buy your book.
Exactly. And when book sales, they go up and down. Like I just noticed the book sales for First Day of School has gone up because it's about the first day of school.
First day of school.
And my biggest, I wouldn't say biggest supporters, but educators are my real supporters, One of my neighbors just told me her daughter just starting K4.
Pre-K.
And she was telling them about my books, but the teacher already knew about the books.
Oh, wow.
So, that kind of, and you got to get out here and promote stuff.
Yes.
It's not going to promote itself.
Yes.
And you got to do it on a shoestring budget. When I say shoestring, but
trust me, we know.
We been on a shoestring budget forever now.
We try to tie these motherfuckers now.
But if it's important to you, guess what? You're gonna make it happen, right?
Yes, indeed.
But that's another thing. You gotta know this is something that you want to do.
Yes.
You gotta know. Everybody knows how passionate I am.
Yes.
They know how well. Honey was my everything, so this means a lot to me, and I needed to be done very well.
Yes.
I didn't want it like this. This is self-published, and every time I go somewhere, people like, no, this is not self-published.
It looks really good.
I have a great team in North Carolina, Strategic Insights, that I work with. And you know what? I mentioned it before. You got to get out here and find out what your resources are. I have been very fortunate. Yes, Maxine is my aunt, and everybody think that, I got to do it. I got to show her that I got to work, that I'm serious about this. So, and like Ed was a resource, said, come on, do the podcast. But guess what?
I thought she was going to say no.
No. But guess what? Through talking to people, I've had other resources and things come my way. Like, Hey Honey actually was just a course study for a social media class at Trinity University this summer.
Wow.
And out of that, I got an intern. She'll be taking care of helping me with my social media.
Oh.
So you got to learn how to, use your resources. Now, when I say use your resources, don't use them and then walk away from somebody.
Right.
You benefit, they benefit. You know what I'm saying?
I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
And sometimes you might have to scratch somebody's back and may not get something.
Yeah, but you got to pluck a tick off.
That's right.
My intern ain't even got to pay for a haircut anymore.
Exactly.
Right, exactly.
That's that shoestring budget.
That's true. But it's just, I want people to know that, it's not, so it's not a smooth sailing process. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because like writing the books, I write my stories. Of course, you take them to the editor, gets it. Then you got to go back and forth. You got to make sure it stays your story. You know what I'm saying? So you have to go through that process, and it's a long. And it's anxiety up and down. You have your highs and your lows, and it's like. But when they sent me that first illustration, I was on cloud 9. Yeah. I knew that, but I knew that I was gonna hang in here because Honey meant everything to me. So I do want to honor her.
Yes.
Because she showed me what my purpose was.
Right.
And that's what pets can do for you.
Yes, they will.
They will do for you. Like I used to worry about her so much when I was at work. I did. Yeah, I worried about her so much. I put her in daycare because I did not want her to be at home by herself.
Yeah, by herself.
No. So, yeah. So, I mean, this, like I said, I've gone through a lot of things. Like the roof came off the house. I had to deal with not so much the insurance company, but the mortgage company and going through all of that. And it takes away from this, but you got to learn how to stay focused.
Yes.
And it's a balance, and that is easier said than done. Because going through the house thing that I'm going through, it would suck the life out of you.
Wow.
But then I think if I didn't have Hey Honey, it probably would take me out.
Yeah.
But I have Hey Honey to focus on.
Right. You know what? You know that how real that is because even with me and her, like we both parents.
And having a dog is like being a parent.
She had lost her car. You know what I'm saying? But we know on Thursday nights. We gotta be here.
That's
right. Cute.
That's right.
We gotta be here. Like,
that's right.
Fuck
you
that.
can't look like what you've been through at 9 o'clock on Thursday.
Exactly. Because I don't look like this.
The show has to go on.
The show has
to go on. Yeah.
But that's only when you're serious about it.
Right. Exactly.
A lot of people, they'll start something, and you have to realize you're putting a lot of money out when you start something and stop something and start back over again, and then people
and you're not making money.
You're not making, and then
so
people don't really want to be. People don't really want to deal with you, you know what I'm saying? Because, okay, you said you was going to do this before and that never materialized, or you didn't show me that you were serious about it. So, people want to know that you're serious about it. And when they see that you're serious about it, then they'll say, okay, well, let me show you how to do this. Like I said, that opportunity with Trinity University, going to these different schools and, teachers, spreading the word and stuff. So, my neighbors, my family have just been, really supportive. And sometimes it's not even money that you need as support in. It's just that moral support.
Right.
That motivation.
So let me ask you this. Is it a difference between procrastinating and waiting for the right time?
It is a difference between, because when you're waiting for the right time, you're doing something in the meantime.
Yeah, because I struggle with that. That's one of my biggest, biggest things. Like, because I know I'm a serious procrastinator.
I'm a procrastinator, actually, though. Yeah. I really am. But this, I've been, but my editor, he makes sure, you stay on top, because I own 2 more stories right now.
Right, so you better get on it.
Yeah, but it's a difference, because when you're waiting for the right time or the right opportunity, but if you're doing something in the meantime, those things tend to come up. If you steady working on something, if you steady doing something with it, it comes up.
Hey, you couldn't put it. Marcus. I totally, I don't forget what I was about to say, but I agree with everything you just said.
Yeah.
Everything you just said, everything. Like I said, back to my whole point, I find myself wondering, like, am I procrastinating? Because sometimes I put things off until the last minute.
Because
but
sometimes it seems overwhelming. That's
true indeed.
And so you have to chew it off little by little.
But you know, with me, I kind of sometimes like the rush.
Oh, some people do.
I like
some
the rush.
People
Depending
like
on what it is, I like the rush. Like,
some
I don't mind rushing.
people like that last minute. They think they do very well. I'm not one like that. I am a bit organized person, and I'm really a methodical person. Like on step one, I'm a processor. Step one, step two, step three. That's just me. But some people do. Some people do very well at the last minute, and they brain get to clicking, and they just pull. They'll just pull something together. But me, no, I have to be a little bit more
organized,
little bit organized and stuff.
But I think with me, with certain situations, I like the rush. And then I also notice too, I think with time is just what it is.
Yeah.
Everybody's, you don't want to rush to do something, but then at the same time, it's like, you can take your time because it's going to happen when it's supposed to happen.
Exactly. No, and you know
right.
what? My oldest sister used to say to me before the books came out, and I'm in that process of getting together and start working with Steve. She said, "I'm not worried about it.
You're gonna be fine.
You're gonna be fine." She said, "It's gonna happen."
Right.
She used to say it to me all the time because you do have those moments of. Like, okay, is this worth it? I mean,
right.
And I mean, that's just reality. I mean, you're a human being. So, like if you don't see any movement happening, you kind of like,
it can throw you.
You kind of throw you off.
Yeah. Feel like you stagnated.
You feel like you're stagnated. So I just say to people, if you're going to do something, I don't care whether it's writing books or, selling shoes or whatever, you got to have a plan. You got to have because when you go, last year at my aunt's Young Gifted in Black doing the Congressional Black Caucus, she had T.I. there. T.I. was talking about preparation meeting opportunity. Are you ready for that opportunity?
Right.
So say if you walked up and you saw T.I. and you said, "Oh, T.I. got this." Well, are you really ready?
Right, because I'm going to need you to do X, Y, Z.
And I need you to show me this,
right
this,
now.
This, and that. Exactly.
Right now.
So I had to learn when people asked me about Hey Honey, and why did I write it? It's like that 2-minute elevator spiel.
Right.
You got to have it. You got to be ready. And it's got to be clear where people understand, okay, I know, I see what you're saying. Ain't catchy. And that's
the elevator pitch.
The elevator pitch.
Somebody just told me about the elevator pitch.
Yeah, the elevator pitch.
Because I think for me, I feel like when you get in the audience,
yes,
you have 72 hours to capture your audience. Anytime longer than that, people, are not interested.
Well, the saying, it takes 2 weeks for good news to go out and 2 days for bad news. That's the thing. You got to be. When I decided, I initially was going to call the books All About Honey, and I was at work and somebody was like, and then I just came up with Hey Honey, and then the first person I took it to that I felt was relevant to him, he said 50% of your work is done.
Right.
50%
by the catch.
By the catch. Hey Honey. 50%. But here's the thing that I had to learn though. Hey, honey, do you know that there's a product, a makeup product. Makeup line has been out for a long time. It's Hey, honey. So, I'm going, oh my God.
Copyright.
But since we're in two different industries, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
And actually, Hey, honey, that I use are in quotations. So it's kind of, but we're in two different industries. But you have to look that kind of stuff up because when you want to go trademark stuff, it takes a very, very long time. So, yeah. So, Ed was mentioning about the cartoons. We have signed a development deal.
Wow.
And they're really looking at it. They took it to L.A., and everybody in L.A. loved it and felt that it was a certain network. I can't say the network yet. That it was appropriate for. So, we're looking at meetings with that network.
Man, give it up for her for having me.
I might be this time.
Yes, indeed.
I
we got her first.
Yeah.
Look, I might be here next year saying we still working on it because you
But
know that's
I'm
how
with
that
you.
stuff.
I'm with you anyway.
And that's when another people have to. Things don't happen overnight.
Overnight, no.
They don't. Not if it's gonna be about something.
Right.
You know, if somebody says, "Oh, I wrote a book and it's gonna be out next week," you know that is not right.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
but
trust me, we know. We
I
not seen it.
And the reason why I say that is because I feel like, you know, when you have people waiting and waiting, you keep telling people, "Oh, I don't know, I'm just about to come."
Yeah.
You be like, "Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, you lose interest.
you're excited, but
Yeah.
I'm not even excited anymore."
Exactly.
And then boom, this is what it was. You give people so much time
Yes.
to think so many other things that they're not
Exactly.
even interested in you anymore.
You know what my other sister told me? She said, "Paula, be careful who you share your information with."
Yeah.
She said, because everybody that smiles in your face, like I said before, but she said, not only that, she said, people, because I am very passionate about it, you know, and I get excited. I'm very enthusiastic about it, and I love to share because I think I want to help somebody else. But she said they're actually thinking they're, you know, gonna use you as their springboard and gonna, you know, like I said, just ask me, I'll help you.
We hairstyle. Well, I'm the hairstylist, see a barber,
I
so
know.
we know how it is when you
Yeah.
have people, ooh this and ooh that
Yeah.
and ooh this and ooh that, and
Right.
you ain't made an appointment yet.
Right.
You know, or you say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that." That's why when you have material and stuff like this, you have to have it boom right here.
Exactly.
Because if you tell somebody,
Yep.
"Oh, I'm doing this," and then you can't get it until
Yep.
then, people gonna be like, "Well, I ain't even think about that no more." When I was thinking about it.
Right. I trust me, and
We know.
and that's one of the most disheartening things
Right.
about doing business
Or
is
anything.
when you trying to present something,
Right.
and you can't produce it. Up
Yeah.
front.
Right. up
Yeah.
front.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You lose a
If
lot.
you
of
tell
it.
me
Yeah.
something like with you coming on here today, you have your books with you,
Right.
So it's even better because I can actually see the book for myself.
She
And
bought about 7
5
books up here,
yeah.
right?
It's 5 books in the series.
Right, it's
Right.
all 5 books. She said she got 2 more, so that's
I
that.
got 2 more coming.
Right,
I
right,
need
right.
But it's better like when you see somebody and they have their product. If I'm a you know I distribute makeup or something or hair.
Right.
You know, it's always better to say, "I want such and such." And here you go. Oh, let me
Here
go
you
to
go,
my car
right.
and get it.
Yes.
Instead of then you got people, "Oh, well, you can go on such and such." Everybody is not
Everybody doesn't have access to the web.
Right.
And that's a reality, you know, still
right
in 2018.
And everyone's not on social media.
Everybody's
either.
not on social media
Right.
either, you know. But another point is that, you know, I'm telling you guys, you know, we signed a development deal. Well, I don't know what's gonna pop off, when it's gonna pop off, but this is what I have learned. You will find out who your real friends and people are. You know, who the real true supporters are, because once they don't see anything happening, they're like, "Oh, so you don't hear from them."
Yeah, she's
Right.
some bullshit.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
ain't getting
yeah,
no
you know,
money.
she talking.
Or people just get your stuff honestly to be
So,
nosy because
no.
they
Yeah,
want to know everything that
absolutely.
you're
Real
doing.
quick.
Exactly.
Tell us where we can find your
Yes.
your
So
product at.
the books are, the books can be found on heyhoney.org. But let me tell you about the website. I love it. You know why? Because we have games on there. We have
So
an
it's
interactive game.
interactive for-
game for the
and
kids
that's-
to play, and the coloring pages. So if you sign a kid up or kids up to be a honey bunny, you know, we got the honey bunny club. So you sign them up to be a honey bunny. They can get some free coloring pages. We got the
Wow.
interactive game on there. We're gonna look to add another little game on there, but we started with that one. And I just did a big event in April for a big communications company. They had their Bring Your Kid to School Day. Hey Honey was the biggest hit.
Oh,
I had these kids hanging on me.
Wow.
And there is a official Hey Honey song
Nice.
that was written by a children's songwriter out of Chicago.
Wow.
I knew that if I was going to do this, I could not dribble this. This had to come correct.
Right.
Hey.
You know, and music, I want music to be a big part of
Yes.
Hey Honey, you know. And also, though, another goal of mine is I want Hey Honey to be used as an educational tool in some capacity. So that's the second goal of mine, because you got to have more than one stream of income. You got to think about, books are good or whatever, the cartoons are coming, but you got to continuously think about how to grow. I want to be like Candy Burris.
I know that's right. Thank you. Candy coated.
Paula, I wish we had more time, but once again, plug where you can find your books at. I need to get listen, I want to tell y'all live on air too. I got grandson on the way. So I'm gonna be reading these Hey Honey
that's
books
right, baby.
To my little, man, I'm about to be somebody's granddaddy, man. We gonna talk about daddy. Yeah, y'all, man, give it up to me, man. I'm like that too. Like I
ain't ready for all that. I ain't even ready to be a great aunt.
Hey, you should have seen my face when he told me I'm a motherfucker. I ain't ready.
Nigga like,
but I will be purchasing me some Hey Honey books for the grandbaby.
HeyHoney.org, or you can get them off of Amazon. I think Barnes & Nobles are doing them online now.
Yeah.
And they are being sold in all 6 locations at Busboys and Poets.
Okay.
Hey, look, we want to thank you for coming on here, sharing your
Thank
story
you.
with us, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to Heart of the City Radio. I want to thank all 6 of our fans that watch us every week, man. We appreciate and love y'all to death. I want to thank my
I want to come back and talk about more than Hey Honey, because I got some.
Hey, you ain't and listen, come on up here anytime.
Y'all with us.
I had some 2 cents.
Hey, well, hey, listen,
y'all in the mouth, girl.
You
y'all sitting up talking about Omarosa.
Feel free to come back.
I love Omarosa.
Shout out to my favorite intern. Shout out to my favorite Jew guy's girlfriend. Shout out to my favorite Jew guy. Shout out to my it's Bonnie. Shout out to Bonnie. Shout out to Miss Carr, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to Heart of City Radio. Hey, can you get your aunt? Come on here.
Everybody named Mama want her on that show. She turning stuff down so bad.
Tell her, please. For us, please.
She gonna like us.
Tell her, please. Tell her, please. Pretty, please. Heart of City Radio, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, y'all. See y'all next week. We out.
Listen, first the fat boys break up.